Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of the LB Racing Formula 1 Manager 2024 Road to Glory Team Challenge. We are back after let's just put it out there, dismal first race at Bahrain. We are now coming up towards the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix and we're going to see if we can do any better in this one. We've got a few emails to briefly go over this firstly. So just development upgrades and things like that for the affiliate drivers, the results from the other categories there, and then post-race analysis, car struggled, medium speed performance, and it's the effectiveness. Obviously we do have some upgrades coming through. If you look at the training schedule, I think we're going to leave that on balanced for the pit crew, so we leave that on the balance side of things because they are well rested and ready to go. And we jump forward as we get a new testing for the development here. So we've already got one underway for side pods and underfloor. Do you think we need to potentially look at getting one underway for the front wing as well? So we're going to do what we've done before and go for half and half. That'll leave us another development to do later on in the month when the others are done. So we'll go for a half and half. Let's get 46 hours on that one. And we'll do what we've done before, try and get a little bit more performance out of it just by dropping down that lifespan of ever so slightly. That's going to cost us 1.8 million. So we've got side pods coming in 14 days, the underfloor in 23 days, and the front wing in 44 days. So let's jump on forward and get to the practice sessions. All I'll probably do is, well, look, if we do, I'm just going to do the lower reward ones in this one. So 20th for Ollie Behrman and 19th for Mick. See if we can get a bit of a better result.
We're here in Jeddah, where the tension is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We're on the shores of the Red Sea in the shade of Jeddah's skyscrapers. This might be a dream setting, but as we know, in Formula One, not all dreams come true.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. But as it's only round 2, there's still plenty of time for that to change.
Let's see then how the weekend unfolds.
Perfect, so let's get the weekend underway here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to skip through the practice sessions, I'll do them off screen and then come back for the end of P3 and then we'll get into the qualifying sessions, so I'll be back shortly. Right everyone, so we have just finished practice 3. We managed to get Ollie Behrman up to an 85 rating for the setup and Mick up to 92, so Mick seems to be doing really well getting the setup out of the car at the moment, but that is the practice sessions out of the way for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Let's go into the qualifier now. Let's see where we can get in qualifying.
Qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready and raring to go.
Drivers need to get into Q3 if they want to make the top half of the grid. With only 10 slots available, it's a fight nobody wants to lose.
Now, we've got the Haas driver there. Karun, how are they going to be feeling today?
Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
And it's almost time for qualifying, and you won't want to miss that.
Right, let's get into Q1. Let's see if we can get a car out of Q1. Now let's get into the session. Let's manage the session and get into it.
Green.
Right, let's get Behrman out nice and early and Schumacher. Fast forward on round and get them round to a flying lap each. So Ollie Behrman is first out on track. See what we can get out of the car in this early stage of qualifying. Let's see if we can make an improvement and get a bit further up the grid than what we did last time. So Mick going green in the first sector. Ollie's gone purple. Ollie's gone a tenth quicker. Ollie purple in the second sector. Definitely quicker than Mick at the moment. Rounded that last corner and Ollie heading towards the line with Mick not too far behind. Let's see what Ollie can do. So Ollie will go top 1:29.4. Mick was 4 tenths behind, so not a bad first run from the drivers. Let's now jump forward in time and get them back into the pits. And get them reconfigured for another flying lap a bit later on in the session. So at the moment, ahead of the two Alpines, which is not bad. Bottas has just split our drivers. We're ahead of Joe at the moment as well. So Behrman looking early on the pace here. Obviously the track will probably be developing here, so Behrman's going to make it through as it stands at the moment. So it's 3 minutes 40 left in the session. So now it is just a point of picking when it's best to send them out. So I reckon with around 2 minutes remaining, a lot of the cars are going out now, so let's send them out and get Ollie out and get Mick out. So we've got one, the red flag. Session suspended, cars return to the pit lane. Are we going to have enough time to get back out here? We left it late. And that does eliminate us. You couldn't write it, could you? That eliminates both of the drivers. There we go. So that does eliminate Ollie Behrman and Mick. But 17th and 18th is better than what we managed at the last Grand Prix. I don't know who caused the red flag. It doesn't say on here who caused the red flag, but it is Oscar Piastri on pole. So Oscar pulling out a great result there.
The drivers are getting ready here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat-out laps under the lights.
Jeddah Street Circuit certainly makes the high speeds of F1 racing a thrilling affair. But even a world champion can be caught out in between the narrow walls, just as Max Verstappen found out in 2021.
Jeddah Corniche circuit is hot and high-powered, demanding speed for the straights and a high grip level through corners that are tight to the barriers. Starting tyre choices will be crucial here, with teams ever mindful of opportunities that a safety car could give. Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
Right, let's get into the race. So not the qualifying session that we wanted. Now this is saying to do a one stop with Mick. I definitely think it's going to be a two stop. It's going to be the way forward here. But what we'll do is we'll get the mediums. We've only got one set of mediums, so get the mediums. For as long as possible in the middle part of the stint here. So Ollie's going to be on that one stop, and then Mick we are going to do a one stop with Mick. So Mick's going to go on the one stop because he's starting a bit further back, and Ollie Behrman we're going to do the more aggressive two stop and see if we can get some places here. Well, let's get into the race.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. You and I won't be the only ones keeping an eye on Oscar Piastri, Karun.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand
Right,
Prix.
let's get this one underway. What we're going to do is I'm going to pause it as soon as we get
and it's
underway.
lights out, and away we go.
Because what I want to do is straight away off the bat is get Ollie as aggressive as possible. So Ollie has been overtaken by Ollie's been overtaken by Nick, which isn't perfect. Everyone gets really bunched up in the first corner. But we want Ollie to go as aggressive as possible. Drop his fuel back down now. We're still going to deploy it and still use up the soft tyre as much as possible here. Ollie getting nice and aggressive. He is a second behind Tsunoda, so he needs to push forward as much as possible. Use up a little bit of the tyre with Mick as well. In the early stage, try not lose the pack. Oh, we've got a virtual safety car, so who's Magnussen's had an issue there.
Let's
harvest some. Magnussen's retired from the race. So lower everything down whilst the VSC is out. We can save a bit of fuel here.
Copy.
Right, now it's about to end, so we can then get these back on to as much as possible. We've saved a lot of fuel there.
Copy.
This has been good to get pushing again.
Yeah, right, There
We go, and the VSC has ended. Look at the start that Ollie's getting here. He's going to go up the inside of Tsunoda. And that's Ollie up the inside. Tsunoda's going to fight back though. fast forward a little bit in the session. So Mick has now overtaken Behrman. Behrman's tyres are overheating, so we just need to cool everything down a little bit.
Copy. Copy.
And stop the deployment. So keep everything as cool as possible.
Copy.
Cars are going well early on. As the two drivers are fighting for us. But 17th and 18th is definitely a better place. So we're on lap 8. We're doing okay. To the cars around us really want to try and beat both the Alpines in this one. And we do have one of the Kick Salvers behind us and obviously one Haas in Magnussen with him retiring.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Ocon has crashed. Let's have a look at that. Oh, so he's just dropped it. Oh, and round he goes, and that is definitely some damage for Esteban there. So that's going to be Esteban into the pits.
Oh, it looks like a pit stop issue.
Oh, and a pit stop issue on top as well for Esteban Ocon. So that's really bringing home that issue that he's had there with the spin crash and then the pit stop issue on top of it as well. So heading towards the first stop window here for Ollie. He's just entered the window. Bottas got a mechanical fault. So that's Bottas in the pits as well. So that puts us up to 16th and 17th. Oh, is that a yellow flag caused by Mick?
I just went into quick. Ah, so annoying.
At the moment, we keep going.
Yep, keep going at the moment, Mick. We on track for the tyres. Optimal pit stop window for Ollie. Let's get him onto the mediums. So up to 15th and 16th. And Zhou Guanyu just had a pit stop issue as well as we get Ollie coming into the pits. Let's see how the pit stop goes for Behrman here. As he's coming down the pit lane now. Not a bad stop, 2.7, not bad for the team. And that is going to bring out Ollie nicely in front of Gasly there. Let's get a bit of heat in the tyres. That's the fastest lap for Charles Leclerc.
Window is open.
So Mick has made it to the pit window for himself. Let's just lower down. And lower down the tyres now as well for Ollie.
Copy.
So Mick is in the pit window. got a few more laps to do on this tyre. He's pretty much at the optimal window now for a tyre change, so try and get you to the end of the race now, Mick, just on a one stop. Does drop Mick down the order, but he's going to be making that gap back. So, Ollie in P17 and just jumped up to P16 with Bottas making a stop. Virtual safety car.
Yeah, copy that.
Hulkenberg has had a crash and he is out as well, so that's both the Haas out in this race.
Yeah.
Let's conserve as much as possible with the two drivers whilst the virtual safety car is out.
Copy.
And get
Copy.
everything back up and green and underway. So Ollie up into P15, Mick in P18. Now Mick up into P17. 15 laps to go, and it's the optimal window to bring in Ollie for his last stop.
Copy box.
And a set of softs. So Ollie is on his set of softs. We've got a lot of fuel to burn here, so let's see what lap times we can get out of Ollie Behrman here.
Yeah, copy. Copy. Copy.
So P16 and 17 at the moment, with 10 laps to go. A lot of fuel left to burn on both of these. So Mick has got down to P18. We can probably push a little bit here with Ollie, because he has a lot of tyre remaining for 3 laps to go in the race. The final lap. Currently running P16 and 18.
Your tire.
Yeah, take over up.
That it is, Mick, but you've done a one stop and stayed in front of both of the Alpines, so you've done a phenomenal job. Ollie Behrman's done a cracking job on the 2 stop.
Fuel.
Cool everything down now.
Copy.
as we come on to the final lap, and it is Max Verstappen
today's winner.
taking the win.
And there it is, the Dutchman, Max Verstappen, has taken first.
Astounding. I don't think anyone would deny them.
So
their
a
victory
race
lap
win
after-
for Max Verstappen there. But we want to watch our team come across the line, as Mick has taken the checkered flag. So Mick coming through in P18. But the driver of the day for the team has got to be Ollie Bearman. On a 2-stop, bringing it home in P16. Ahead of Joe, ahead of the 2 Hasses, ahead of his teammate, and obviously the 2 Hasses that have pulled off with crashes. So a phenomenal job from Ollie as he comes through the second sector, getting out of the way of the Mercedes there. But the team doing a cracking job compared to the last race at Bahrain. Definitely moved in the right direction, and we haven't even had the upgrades come through yet. As Ollie rounds the last corner to bring home the car in P16, proving his worth in the team. And crossing the line. That is a phenomenal result. They're definitely an improvement from the last time out at Bahrain.
As always, there will be lots to talk about after that race, including the performance from the driver currently on our screens.
And for them, it's P16 and no points from today's race.
Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
That's their second win of the season. A brilliant talent who looks so at home on the track.
And finally now, the drivers can relax after an eventful weekend at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
So a win for Max, Charles in P2 and Sergio Perez in 3rd. And then the news for ourselves, Ollie Bearman making up 1 place in the race to get up to P16, and Mick bringing it home in P18. So all in all, a better race weekend this time out at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Don't forget, if you haven't already, to watch episode 1 that's out on the channel where we had the Bahrain Grand Prix and set the team up. We'll be back shortly for the Australian Grand Prix, which will be in the next video. I am away karting this weekend, so don't forget to check out the karting video that should be out early next week. And then we'll be back next week for more Formula 1 manager action. Cheers everyone for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.